Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me for Community Breath, which again is our live virtual meditation series held every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. My name is Justine. Some of you may know me as the office manager of Gray Matters, but what some of you may not know is that I am a dancer and a movement educator and facilitator. So a lot of what we're doing in Community Breath together are exercises that I've learned and developed and still actively do in my movement career. And so I am excited to be sharing them with you. I encourage you to find a seat on the ground, or you could be sitting in a chair. I think cross-legged is ideal for what we're going to be doing today, but you could be seated in a chair as long as it's a seated position that you are comfortable in. For today, standing is not going to work. I mean, you could do as much as you want to standing, but sitting would be ideal. So I'm sitting in this cross-legged position, and if you are joining me cross-legged as well, I encourage you to place your hands on your knees, as this does alleviate some tension or stress that you might feel in your lower back from sitting on the ground. And we're going to start with 4 breaths, and this might be familiar to those of you who have joined me before. I do like to start every practice with 4 breaths, 4 counts to inhale and 4 counts to exhale using your nose. So again, 4 breaths, each of those being 4 counts to inhale with your nose and 4 counts to exhale with your nose. And so you can join me with your eyes closed. And here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keeping your eyes closed, find the natural cadence of your own breath, and notice how that might feel or be different than the 4 counted breaths that we just did. And when you have found your own natural rhythm of your breath, you can flutter your eyes open to see me back on the screen here. And so now we will work on coordination of the breath with your body. And this does act as a sort of grounding exercise and mindfulness exercise because it does connect your body with your body and your mind. So this time, when you inhale, you're going to bring your face and your gaze up. So not just your eyes and not just your face, but both your gaze and your face up at the ceiling, like so. And then when you exhale, you're going to do the opposite and bring your gaze and your face looking down. And really let the breath initiate the movement. So rather than looking up and then inhaling, we're going to let the inhale initiate the breath to move your gaze up. So I'm going to turn to the side. Just so you can see a little bit better what I mean. So I will do this breath myself as an example, and then you can join me whenever you feel ready. And we will just do these coordinated breaths just for a short amount of time at your own pace. So whenever you're ready. So I'm going to inhale, which brings my gaze and my face up.
And then when I exhale, it's going to initiate the movement down.
Inhale brings my gaze up.
And the exhale brings my gaze down.
And again, join me whenever you're ready. And at your own pace, we will continue these breaths for just a little bit longer. And start to find stillness.
And a neutral spine.
You can flutter your eyes open if they were closed, so you can see me back on the screen here. And so next, we're going to continue this inhalation, exhalation with the body. But to feel a little bit more of a stretch in your back, we're going to stay in this cross-legged position, and instead of hands being on knees, you can bring your hands behind you, and you can what we call tent your fingers. So if this is the ground, your fingertips can be like that. So not flat, but you can tent your fingers like so, right behind you by your lower back. And now we're going to do the same thing where we inhale and we bring our gaze and our face upwards. But as we do so this time, you can press down with your tented fingertips, and this will further elongate your spine. So again, it might look something like this. So I'm going to inhale to lengthen my spine and bring my gaze up like so.
And when you're pressing down on your fingertips here, you can really, really feel the lengthening of your spine, and then you can let it go.
So this next exercise is going to focus mainly on these inhalations that lengthen the spine. So you will inhale, like I just showed, and then when you exhale, just let it go. You don't need to do anything more than just let it go. So you can join me again whenever you're ready.
At your own pace, and we'll do these spine lengthening breaths together
for a short amount of time. And as you do this, again, you can focus on letting the breath initiate
the movement.
And let's do one more, and then we can find a neutral
spine.
So now we felt the extension and lengthening of our spine through a curvature towards the back. And now we'll kind of do the opposite movement. And this time you can again bring your hands on your knees. And this time when you inhale, you're going to lean forward, and again, keeping that same sensation that we just felt of a lengthened spine. So not curved like this when you go forward, but again, keeping that same feeling of the length in the spine as we lean forward. And then when we exhale, you're going to imagine that someone is pulling you from the back of your shirt, so your back is going to curve backwards like this on the exhale. So again, inhale. And then exhale, we're going to curve it back and really let your hands on your knees support you so you feel like you can go backwards. And you can join me whenever you're ready. Inhale forward and exhale back. We'll continue to do this for a few more breaths. And let's do one more. And find a neutral spine. I'm going to face forward so you can see me for the next bit. So we're going to keep the next exercise will be building off of what we just did. So we're again going to lean forward when we inhale. And then as we exhale, we're actually going to bring our back and our rib cage to the side and then back for the exhale. And then back, side, front for the inhale. So again, we're going to exhale as we go side, back, and inhale as we go side, front. It doesn't matter which side you go first because we will switch in a little bit. And so you can, again, join me whenever you're ready. Let's do one more before we switch to the other direction. And switch to the other side at your own pace for a few more breaths. And let's do one more wherever you're at. And then you can find a neutral spine. If you need to, you can shake out your legs a little bit, roll your ankles a little bit if you need to. And then bring your feet back into a cross-legged position. So again, we're going to expand upon this idea of lengthening your spine using inhales and exhales. And so this time, and I'm again going to turn to the side. So remember the tented fingertips that we just did. Bring your right fingertips behind you in that tented position. Then bring your left hand to the outside of your thigh here. And we're going to inhale and again do the same thing where we press down with our tented fingertips to help extend the spine. So inhale. And then as we exhale, bring your face and your gaze back behind your right shoulder. And again, the sensation here is I'm pushing down with my tented fingertips and my left hand is really feeling the pressure against my right thigh to help me do a little bit of a spinal twist here. So again, even from this position here, do one more inhale to lengthen, and then an exhale to twist just a little bit more behind you, bringing your whole face and gaze, and then let it go. And then we'll do it to the other side. Bring your left fingertips behind you, tented, right hand on the outside of your left thigh. And again, we're going to focus on pushing down with our tented fingertips, and this hand can really push against your left thigh to help bring your body around. And again, I do not encourage you to push, but rather play with your edge, meaning if you feel a lot of discomfort or pain, do not go further, but rather, what does it mean to lean into discomfort and or pulling back away from it? So again, I do not want you to hurt yourself in this twist, but rather we're learning in this particular exercise, breathing through a little bit of discomfort, which is something that we can bring into our daily lives as well. So again, left hand behind you, tented, right hand on your left thigh. We're going to inhale to lengthen and exhale to bring your gaze and your face back behind your left shoulder. One more time, inhale to lengthen, and then exhale to look a little bit more behind you without pushing, and then let it go. And maybe take a few beats here to notice how your body and or your mind might feel differently than when we first started just several minutes ago. Notice any sensations that you might be feeling in your body or any thoughts that may be coming across in your mind, and welcome any of what you are feeling or thinking right now. And then we will close this practice together with 3 more breaths. The first breath will be for yourself, for showing up today. The second breath will be for someone else who you would like to send some extra love and light to. And then the third breath will be for all of us who are joining together today for this practice. So again, in a cross-legged position, bringing your hands to your knees, you can close your eyes and take one big deep breath for yourself. Take another breath for someone else in your life you'd like to send this breath to. And then one more breath for all of us together, honoring the community that we can share through just these 10 minutes. You can flutter your eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to be bringing some of these exercises to you, and I hope that they can be helpful to you whenever you need them. And yeah, you can join us again next week, Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern, for another community breath. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.